Which ones are you flipping?
I took the wheel that won't hold air, and I put the one brand new left rear that's been on it, and then I flipped the left rear, and I'm gonna flip that one. My name's Riley Fricke, and I'm a sales agent at Speedway Motors. I got my start into racing with my father. He's a sprint car tech at Speedway Motors. Just naturally, through him going to the races every weekend, I fell in love with it. And as I got older, I got to start working on his race cars and got to be where I am now. I'm the crew chief on the 25A Alex Davenport Racing 305 sprint car. I love everything about these things, how simple they are, but how demanding they are. Sam, it's a camera, chill.
I'm Alex Davenport and I drive the 25A sprint car. I got into racing because we used to live in Eagle actually, and every weekend I heard the cars and I've always wanted to go, and I ended up buying my first go-kart and went out there about 2015, and then after the second year of racing go-kart I wanted to get something bigger. So we went to a sprint car.
Alex is my now new brother-in-law. Dan, his dad, used to come into Speedway asking for help and advice with their newly bought 305 car.
Before I even knew Riley, we weren't the best. We didn't know really much about this, and I was going out there just throwing stuff together on the car, didn't know stagger or anything like that, and I was always spinning out. I flipped a couple times, and then Riley came and he set up the car, and ever since then, the rest is history. I wouldn't have done this without him. I have a lot of trust in Riley about how he's going to set up the car and how it's going to be set up great every night.
It said just to download it, so should I just do that? That's all I see, so should I need to get that then, I'm guessing? I had my own system of when I roll out the tires, I just write it in a notebook and I would go off my wheels. So I would say like my gold centers, my Valco wheel. Well, none of them understood which wheel I would ask to grab. So now he's trying me to get up with technology and put it into phones so everybody knows what I'm doing. So we're gonna try it. Today we're getting ready to go race at Eagle Raceway in a 305 sprint car. There's nothing really like it. It's a very big bull ring, elbows up, demanding, rough, multi-groove racetrack. There's not a lot of them out there. With Alex, we've been running there for the last 3 years, but I've been going there since I could walk. I've been going there mostly every Saturday night my entire life.
It's hot as fudge outside.
Yeah, she warm. I think it was at high of 105, just temperature-wise. That's not what it's actually gonna feel like. We've actually been running into overheating issues without the heat, so we changed water pumps, changed the position of the radiators. We'll see how that works out. I gotta keep it a little cooler, gotta try to anyways. This is my happy place. Just the anticipation of, all the work you put in through the week, all your shop hours, all the time you put in the shop, maintenance, everything will determine how your night goes tonight. I don't know. I just love being out here on a Saturday, even though it's 115 degrees out. So can you delete that line 7? Because that's going to confuse the hell out, or is it just there?
Well,
it don't matter, just leave it, it's fine.
I didn't know anything about it until my son wanted to start racing cage karts. Alex is a first generation racer. I learned to pick the brain of anybody that is willing to talk. And out here at Eagle, we had great people helping us right from the start.
We had to completely drain all the water when we changed the water pump, so it's just a matter of getting all the water back in it. Definitely gonna hope it helps. 1 and 2 is definitely gonna dry out here with the sun beating on it. 3 and 4 with the shade, probably gonna have a little moisture through the heat rays, but there should be a top and a bottom groove, I imagine. It's really hard with hot laps here. I kind of just try to make sure he's got enough power to get him down the straightaway with gearing, enough pull to get out of the corner, and just make sure the car's comfortable for him.
Well, the car felt pretty good. It's still kind of slimy out there. There's definitely a lot of room for improvements on the car, getting dialed in and getting ready for the heat race.
Are you bogged down a little bit in between 1 and 2?
I kept hitting the ground.
You definitely did. Gonna re-block the rear of the car. Going out in hot laps, Alex said when he came back in that he felt the car hitting the track, so I'm just trying to raise the car up off the ground a little more. So I'm just re-blocking it to make sure, and then I have a full turn in the right rear. And he definitely bottomed out. Mud was stuck clear up into that V-brace there, so I definitely know he bottomed it out. Way better.
3 and 4 is going to be still pretty shady, and it's still going to be hooked up. It's going to be pretty tacky because it's all covered up by shade and trees over there. So at least over there is going to still be a pretty good racetrack. Other than 1 and 2, ruts are going to come in and going to slick off.
Asked if it was rough in 1, said it ain't bad.
Yeah, it looked pretty smooth.
Yeah, it didn't look bad at all. So I think you should be able to roll either way. I mean, there's a really good bottom right now, and then there's a nice cushion. There's a nice ledge, a little ledge to lean on if you get up and go around there, which with the 44, that might be your best bet. Once you can get through traffic, that might be your best bet is to get up there. But, I mean, wherever you feel like you have the most speed, I mean, stick it and go. We got 21 305s tonight, 3 heat races. We're starting second row inside of heat 2. We probably got the toughest heat race of the night. We got the points leader, and then we got a veteran driver behind us, and someone's gonna have to drive their butt off.
I thought the heat race went pretty well. I was a little loose, and we're just going to regroup and go out for the B and see if we can get a transfer spot in the A.
I don't think we had enough gear. They were pulling on you hard coming out of the corners, is where they were gripping and gutting and getting going. You were loose, like you want to tighten it up that much more? All right. Yeah, I can tighten you up and we can change gear out quick. We're gonna change gears quick. Alex said he was thinking didn't have enough speed. Cars are just kind of getting by him, so I'm gonna try to give him a little more grunt out of the corner by changing gears on him, so hopefully we can gain some speed out of the corners. There's only one race in between us and when we go out, so not a lot of time.
Go ahead and line up.
B went really well. We started third row inside. We got past two cars. Car acted really well. We had a lot more speed with the gear change.
B feature went pretty well. Car felt fantastic. Put it anywhere I wanted. Felt fast.
It's a good feeling once you make the right call. And it shows on the track, you know, and then once he comes in and gives me the information off of what he's feeling in the car, it's a good feeling when you did something right. Maybe just a little bit of fuel adjustments just to adjust for the 25 laps. Clean off the old rubber, get some fresh rubber down. That's about it. In 2018, 2019, my dad was just kind of finishing up driving his career and I was gonna take over for him. 2020 rolls around, I started losing a bunch of weight. Nobody knew why, I didn't know why. I felt like crap, I was tired, I looked unhealthy. Go to the doctors. My blood sugar level was almost 900 and they didn't know how I was living. I should have been dead. So I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes then. I got really bad neuropathy in my legs and my feet, so I wasn't able to operate the pedals. My blood sugar level can drop out of nowhere, so if I'm in the car, adrenaline's going, and I lose consciousness, it's dangerous for me and for everybody else. It's hard not racing. When I learned I couldn't do it, it kind of took the wind out of my sails because, I mean, God, this is all I want to do since I was little. I thought I was definitely going to be able to get the chance to, but everything works out the way it's supposed to be. I decided to take a back seat and just be the guy that turns the wrenches, and I think I like it actually a little more. I changed your air pressures from what they were, or else I didn't change anything. It was exactly the way it came off the track. We added fuel to it. I mean, And I just grind your tires off to give you a little bit of fresh rubber. Load the car up, Alex. A lot of brakes, a lot of gas. Come on. Something's broke. As soon as they push them, it turned a hard right, so. Yep, he's broke.
Started off the race pretty well, trying to figure out where a good place to go, and up high felt great, and I stuck with that line. I was getting faster and faster each lap. And then I got caught up in an instant, had nowhere to go, and I just embraced it, kind of. I'm not sure what really happened. All I know is I came around 3 and 4, and I saw cars sideways, and I didn't have time to slow down. Tried slowing down, just slid right in the back of them.
We tore up front bumper, tore up radius rods, front axles, shocks. It was unfortunate the way it ended the night, but we'll look forward to next week and see what we can do.
Riley on the team, he's really turned around this team for us. Before he even came, we didn't know anything about these. We were going out every week just putting tires on it pretty much and going out there, and I was spinning out, crashing. But since he came along, now we're actually racing.
Yeah, I love this, and no matter what the result is, if we end up top 3 winning it or ending last or tore up, I keep wanting more, keep coming back. We'll grind her out through the week in the shop and get her back out for next weekend.